Okay, let's all talk about this for just a few minutes. What on earth just happened in the Archive 81 finale? Well, let's just say it was an iconic twist of M. Night Shyamalan proportions. For 8 episodes, Season 1 of Netflix Archive 81 kept fans hooked to their screens. Following that cliffhanger, everyone is wondering if Archive 81 will return for a second season. While Netflix has yet to formally approve Season 2, now is the time to find out what happened in the Season 1 conclusion. Archive 81 follows archivist Dan Turner, played by Mamoudou Athie, who is hired to preserve a collection of VHS recordings from the 1990s and becomes caught in a mystery. Dan sees video footage shot by Melody Pendras, played by Dina Shihabi, in the Visser building, which involves a bizarre cult, disappearances, sacrifices, and even another realm. As Dan accompanies Melody on her quest, the two begin to bond in an unexpected way, leading to an unexpected ending. If you've seen all 8 episodes of Archive 81's first season, you'll know that the show finishes on a dramatic cliffhanger that has a life-changing impact on all of the characters. Lucky for you, we're here to break it all down and answer all your Archive 81 questions. But before any of that, make sure first to hit that subscribe button and smash the notification bell for more updates. And watch out for many spoilers ahead. Now, here's all you need to know about Archive 81's first season finale. First, what happens in the Archive 81 finale? Dan returns to Virgil Davenport's compound in episode 8 after spending the previous weeks repairing videotapes of Melody Pendras' stay at the Visser apartment building and confronting him about the truth of the tapes. Davenport reveals that Dan's father was previously in possession of the tapes, and they showed up in a storage facility a year prior to the present-day events of the series. "They burned down your house in order to destroy them," Davenport tells Dan, before adding, "There are people who will risk everything to raise that god-forsaken demon into this world, and there are people who will risk everything to keep such an event from ever happening. Your father was on the receiving end of that ideology, and your family paid the price. Your escape was entirely accidental." Despite confessing that he likes Dan, Davenport turns on him, drawing a gun on his young former employee. But Mark comes to the rescue and knocks Davenport down. They descend to the basement, where the Caligos statue and ritual room of the Visser and the house before that have been replicated, only to be surprised by Bobby with Davenport's revolver. It is revealed at this point that Bobby, who has been posting as a groundskeeper, is actually Melody's mother, and she agrees to help conduct the ritual to try to rescue Melody out of the other world. Dan enters the other world, gets lured by Caligo, discovers Melody, and is about to free her when Samuel seizes her. Melody returns to our reality in front of her mother, but Dan awakens in the 1990s after appearing to journey back in time. As a result, the season has come to an end. What does this ending mean? Dan is now in 1994, and Melody is in the present day. As a result of the time switch, the fact that Melody has not aged despite having been locked in the other world for decades is remarkable. In addition, it's not entirely clear what exactly happened to Dan. However, it's likely that he is still locked in the other world, having been deceived into staying there by Caligo, as suggested by the nurse who believes he survived the fire at the Visser building. Alternatively, he could be deceased, but hopefully not. Is Caligo real? The answer, surprisingly, is no. It is not based on anything except for my head. Rebecca Sonnenschein, writer and showrunner, revealed. This is kind of a Lovecraftian element to this show, which is an elder god or demon depending on how you look at it. So it feels real, but it's an invention and obviously draws upon many tropes and other ideas. But the monster or god or demon himself is our creation. Does Davenport want to let Caligo out or keep him in? Throughout the last episode, Davenport's true motivations remain a mystery, as he explains to Dan that there are 2 factions of people, those who will stop at nothing to keep Caligo trapped in the other world, and those who will stop at nothing to free him. What is Davenport's endgame here? We know that the films of Melody playing in the basement are supposed to unravel the spell, but what is Davenport's endgame? I think it's something that you could expect in a second season. Sonnenschein revealed before, adding that they have Davenport's story mapped out already. That was a thing that we just didn't have time to get into. Although we had very much mapped out all of his motivation, I think for us everything will come back to an emotional place. But that is definitely on the table for exploration and further story in season 2, should it happen. At least she got our hopes up. Did Davenport know Bobby was Melody's mother? Davenport seems like a very smart character who has spent years studying the other world and knows pretty much everything about Dan. So did he know that Bobby, who presents herself as the groundskeeper, is actually Melody's mother? In our minds, he does not know that, Sunshine said before adding, but he can surprise me. So I think one of the things about doing mythology shows is that you do need to leave yourself open to the character surprising you at some point. If the program is renewed for a second season, Sunshine thinks we'll discover more about Melody's mother and where she's been. That is definitely something to explore in season 2, because at the end of season 1, they meet and nothing is really said between them yet. But obviously, that is such a rich ground for their exploration. Sunshine said, and again, that was another story that we didn't get to. In 8 episodes, you have only so much to tell, but we talked a lot about where Bobby has been and how she ended up in the situation she ended up in. What is the other world exactly? We eventually enter the other world in the last episode, but Dan and Melody are taken to areas deep within their psyches rather than some horrible wilderness. That was intentional, and it stemmed from the show's dedication to emotional storytelling. Sunshine said she wouldn't confirm that any of those things are real, but that's what they're perceiving when they go into the other dimension. That's ruled by a very powerful mind-bending god or demon. So I think that what we were looking for in the end, that is bringing it back to something that means something to the character, like a moment that everything changed for them and they've been drawn back there to revisit or relive a moment or have a different life. The showrunner continued alluding to Stranger Things by saying it's not the upside down, it's something a little more connected to their psyche. Well, at least we know which reference Sunshine used. Did Dan just time travel? Dan wakes up in the hospital, where a nurse informs him that he recently survived a fire at the Visser, while MTV News with Kurt Lauder plays on the television. As Dan looks out the window, the camera pulls back, revealing that the Twin Towers are still intact. Dan is now in the 1990s, right? What transpired, according to Sunshine, was a unique take on time travel tropes. This is, for us, just a new spin on time travel, the showrunner said. The showrunner clarified as well that it's not a time machine, it's something different, and a way to bend time through an alternate dimension, which one would assume means there's a way back. Here's hoping season 2 is ordered swiftly because we need some serious resolution to this whooping cliffhanger. Now to the most anticipated question, will there be an Archive 81 Season 2? Viewers are undoubtedly asking if there will be a Season 2 of Archive 81. While a second season has not been formally ordered by Netflix, Sunshine is optimistic. The idea is that we continue on with these characters into a new season should we be so lucky to get a second season, the showrunner said. The executive producer revealed that she and the writers have been brainstorming and already have some ideas for Season 2. So fingers crossed. That's all for today. We hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and smash the notification bell for more episodes.